Can you guys hear us online? Okay. All right, for the record, borough manager and assistant borough manager will not be with us this evening. Leads us to personal appeals part 1. If you have a personal appeal, just state your name and what your appeal is. You have 5 minutes for your appeal, and please sign in if you didn't already.
My name is Bob Ortiz. I live at 1440 Shotterville Road. I have custody of my grandson, and he's autistic. And I was wondering if there was a way that we could put some kind of signage on our street to alert the traffic that there's an autistic child in the neighborhood. He's now to the point where he's able to get out, and he has no fear. And the people on that road do not do 25 miles an hour. There's no way to do it. I know I've seen signs that say deaf child in the neighborhood, blind child in the neighborhood. I don't know if there is anything for an autistic child, but if there is, I would request that we do.
All right, Mr. Ortiz, I'm going to assign that to the safety committee, and they'll guide you through this, what they can do or can't do. And you are correct. I've seen both for blind people, blind children and deaf children. So I'm sure there might be something out there, but we'll have the committee look at that. So thank you. All right, at this time, we will unmute our virtual guests. And if there's a public appeal that you have, put your video on if you're able to, and state your name, where you're from, and what your appeal is. And are they unmuted? All right, so at this time, if you have an appeal, now's the time to do it. Hearing none, we'll just remute them, and we'll move on to community minute. Does anybody have a community minute to bring forward?
No, I just wanted to, I got to stop by the Book Park House, the Valley Book Park group that was at the community park. We had a really good showing. Both lots were full, and even going on the weekend, it was like on Saturday. So they have many more.
Did they have a food truck there, one?
They did. They only had a snowplow truck this weekend, but they're looking. Unfortunately, they're telling me that they've had trouble getting food trucks to come out. So
Interesting.
they're waiting for snacks to open up because they want to direct people down there.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else with the community minute?
It's Terry. Or one more.
Shannon?
I was just going to commend the library on a successful miniature golf event. We went as a family on Saturday, and it was a great event, well attended. We were the first there, but we saw a lot of people coming in and enjoying themselves. That was great. We also went to Independent Bookstore Day at our local independent bookstore, and that seemed to be well attended as well. So, great events for the community.
And I'll just mention that we had the official ribbon cutting for the farmers market, and it's officially open now. So it's amazing how people walk. And you could drive 4 blocks radius, and you'll see people coming from all angles with their bags in hand, and their dogs and their kids, and it's just really neat to see all shapes and sizes and different kinds of people, you know, tattooed and all, everything. This is great to see.
Mr. President, if I could dovetail from that, the season now is from till now till November, from 10 to 1 on Sundays.
Thank you.
How many years? 17?
19.
19 years.
Great.
Will not forget for the 20th next year.
All right, we have no special presentations this evening. We have the reading of the minutes from April 18th, 2022. Would somebody like to make a motion to approve the minutes? Councilman Mark, seconded by Councilman Balliet. Any discussion, corrections, additions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? There are 7 ayes. We have no decisions on bids. Does anybody have a communication to bring forward? Hearing none. Oh, I'm sorry.
I have one from Bernie Patterson. It's in reference to compost hours.
Speak a little loud.
Sorry, it's in reference to compost hours. They're just asking me how they would like to go about having some of the hours changed. And there's also a question about why we ask for $25 to pay for that to load compost. So we'll handle that in public works.
Thank you. Anybody else? Hearing none, we have no borough engineers report, solicitors report, the report profits there. Unfinished business part 1. We had our first reading for ordinance 1227 on April 4th, and tonight is our second reading. It's an ordinance amending the provisions of Chapter 5, Part 6 of the borough's codified ordinances, provisions of International Property Maintenance Code, subsection 5-602 amendments. Would somebody like to place that in the form of a motion? Councilwoman Baumgartner, seconded by. Slowing down, just because Baumgartner is very long. All right, any discussion on the ordinance? All right, this is a roll call vote. Councilwoman McManamon.
Aye.
Councilwoman Baumgartner.
Aye.
Councilman Anders.
Aye.
Councilman Valiant.
Aye.
Councilman Hart.
Aye.
Councilman Dufresne.
Aye.
Councilman Layberg. Aye. There are 7 ayes. Oh, we have no new business. We have no unfinished business part 2. Does anybody have anything to bring forward that's not on the agenda this evening? Hearing none, we got Madam Mayor's report.
Thank you. In your iPads this evening, there are 4 proclamations. I will not read the proclamations, but I will refer to them. The first one is Proclamation 2022-530, and it is a proclamation recognizing International Compost Awareness Week, which runs from May 1st to the 7th. And this year's theme is Recipe for Regeneration Compost. Also, you have Proclamation 2022-531 for Police Week. Police Week runs from May 15th through May 21st, and it shall be known as the Enhanced Police Department Week. So I encourage residents to introduce themselves to our police officers and thank them for their service. Also, we have a proclamation 2022-532 for Emergency Medical Services Week, which runs from May 15th through May 23rd. This year, the theme is EMS caring for our communities. So hopefully no one will need their services, but if you do, please thank them for their services as well. You also have Proclamation 2022-533, which is in honor of National Public Works Week, which runs from May 15th through May 21st. And this year, the theme is Ready and Resilient. And I would like to thank our Public Works Department for the amazing job that they do. I think all our employees are excellent employees and they keep us up and running. So if we can thank them all, that would be wonderful. Also, just a reminder, on Monday, May 30th, is the Memorial Day Parade. It comes at the high school at 9 a.m. with a change in what they're going to do this year. This year, they will not have one guest speaker, and they'll be having at least 3 veterans from the community that will be speaking. So that will happen at the Memorial site at the intersection of 3rd and 4th Streets at Memorial Park. And also on Sunday, May 29th, they will be visiting our veteran cemeteries and they will do a prayer service and rifle salute and taps starting at 8 a.m. So just so you're all aware, if you hear gunshots, that's what's taking place. So I will report progress.
Thank you. Moving on to our committee reports, Public Works Committee, Chairman Anders.
Thank you, Mr. President. We met on April 20th. I would ask that you haven't had a chance to review the notes. We did have a pretty robust meeting. There's some things in there that you probably want to catch up on. The next meeting is the May 18th at 4 p.m. via Zoom. And with that, I'll report progress.
Thank you. Health, Sanitation, and Codes Committee, Chairman Valiant.
Thank you, Mr. President. Our last meeting on April 27th was canceled just due to a lack of a solid agenda. There's really nothing that needed action. Our next meeting is going to be on May 25th, And tonight, for council's consideration, I have resolution 2022-23, and that is an application for a traffic signal approval on Chestnut and 6th Street. I believe that this might be the second or third time for approval on this.
Okay.
And they're just applying for it again.
Are you placing that in the form of a motion?
Yes, sir.
All right. There's a motion by Councilman Valier to approve resolution 2022-23, seconded by Councilman Hart. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed? There are 7 ayes.
With that, we have we're still redoing our saldo, our ordinances and our official map. We got a meeting coming up here this week. I encourage, all of our committee to attend that. And with that, I'll report progress.
Thank you. Parks and Recreation Committee Chairwoman Bachler.
Thank you, Mr. President. There's nothing for official action. Our committee has not met since our last council meeting. So our first meeting for this month will be, tomorrow either at 4:45 p.m. We do have a public meeting for the pool study on May 18th. This will be the last meeting for the pool study. So we welcome everyone here to attend and everyone in the community and beyond. And I report progress.
Thank you. Public Safety Committee Chairman Hart.
Thank you, Mr. President. First order of business is to put a motion on the table to remove the table motion.
There's a motion to remove the table motion of emergency operations plan. Is there a second? So Councilman Valier. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed? There are 7 ayes.
So we will talk about it now, the emergency operations plan. Unfortunately, there weren't enough people to talk about the AOP that was before us. I had a discussion with Chief Price before our meeting, and I was convinced and relayed that to our committee that it as written is sufficient to meet the standards for grants, et cetera. He agreed that there were some things that we would like to add to that, and that they will be coming forth in the next month or so in the form of amendments to it. But as it's written right now, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Councilman Hart, seconded by
Second.
Councilman Dufresne. Any more discussion or questions? Councilman Anderson.
I know that previously, I don't know if this falls under certain, so I apologize if it doesn't. It was discussed about council having to pass several certifications for emergency management. I know when I was elected, I had to do those, and I know some of you had said previously, I'm not sure if you've done those. Is that part of this? Is it something that you've done? Either John?
I don't know if it's part of it.
It's not.
This is requirements.
Right, I knew that like we had to take that class that would run over one of that, so that's why I'm asking.
It's not part of this, but yes, I guess we need to do that.
Okay, all right, I wasn't sure if that was in there. Thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed? There are 7 ayes.
The well-crafted notes are included in the packet. And there are some other issues that will be forthcoming for action in the next council meeting that require myself and Mr. Talley to get together to bring forth. Other than that, the next meeting is scheduled for May 26th at 9 a.m. Is that how it's going to work?
Thank you. General Administration is myself. I have nothing to report. We had no meetings, but we can meet this Thursday at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Again? I thought that was only one time. Okay. So we'll have to confirm that, but that was a special 1 o'clock meeting last time, and I thought it was only once done because of Shane being at the meeting. And we'll have to confirm that. So,
Twice.
is it twice? Okay, so it is 1 o'clock, it was confirmed. I report progress. Budget and Finance Committee, Chairman DeFrey.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have one item for official action tonight, Resolution 2022-24. Resolved by Borough Council to authorize the payment of the May 2, 2022 bill list as follows. Bill list $439,442.94. Payroll number 8, $176,865.53. Payroll taxes, $57,836.10, for a total of $674,144.57 on the 2nd of May, 2022, and I put that in the form of a motion.
Motion by Councilman Dufresne, seconded by Councilman Balliet. Any discussion on the bill list or questions? All those in favor say aye. Those opposed? There are 7 ayes.
Significant revenue and expense items for April are in your packet there, and so is the budget performance for April. Meeting notes from our last meeting. Our next meeting is this Thursday, May 5th at 11 a.m. via Zoom, and I report progress.
Thank you. Community Relations Planning and Development Committee Chairwoman McMahon. I always get the most syllables out there, your committee.
Nothing for official action this evening, as we haven't had meetings since our last council meeting. Our next meeting is Monday, May 9th. I report progress.
Thank you. Personnel Appeals Part 2. Anyone in the audience? Okay. Well, there's 5 sets of boards and commission meeting minutes. Want to read those and get updated on what each group is doing. With that being said, we'll allow Jess to unmute our virtual guests again. And if anybody has a personal appeal on Zoom, just state your name and where you're from and what your appeal is. At this time, it would be the time to do it. All right, hearing none, Jess, you can review. We have no borough's managers report. President's business, I have nothing. Is there a motion to adjourn? Councilman Elliott, seconded by Councilman Hart. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, there are 7 ayes. Meeting adjourned at 7:18. We missed the record by a minute.